What's good? What's good?
Think we live and on time, kinda. Oh, what a day! What a day!
Mhm.
How you doing, my man?
It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot running around system so far this week, getting a bunch done, but it's all good stuff so far, man. Just ready for the weekend at this point, man. How about you?
Weekend can't come slow enough, man. Yeah, man. These alarm clocks are getting loud in the morning. I feel like, yeah, and my snooze button reaction ain't what it used to be.
Oh yeah. I guess that was a nice plug to shout out Scissor, right?
Right on time.
Yeah, I know we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Yeah, man, still trying to figure this weather out. I felt bad for one of my friends. They told me, they just bought a winter coat over the weekend. I was like, you should have probably checked the weather for like the next week or so, bro, because I don't think you're gonna need that coat, man. But it's too late, man. The purchase is made. So yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, as long as it fit them next year, it should be all right. You know what I mean? It should be all right.
It still hurts the pockets a bit, you know what I mean? So yeah, that immediate pain is like, yo, I didn't need this right now. I could have spent these dollars differently.
Facts.
Hmm. Yeah, and the trains were already getting packed, man, but I feel like they're getting back to disrespectful packed. Like we just didn't have a COVID. Like people are like, have the big old backpacks on that just be all on your neck. Unfortunately, if they're like 6'2" and you're like, probably like 5'7", today this lady had like a full head of hair. I mean, going down to like the middle of her back, and I could literally smell the conditioner, the roots, like. And my biggest fear was, please don't get any of your hair on me, because then I'm gonna get in trouble, right? I'm just here on this innocent trade ride to work, and here is this lady with her hair all over the place. So yeah, man, it was an interesting ducking move at that point.
It's funny, like when ladies do have the condition and stuff. Like I always if I catch a whiff by accident, I always go, "It's in." You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying. But when it's just like if it's in your hair, if it's in your face though, and it's like sitting there like this, that's disrespectful. Can't take all
Yeah,
that.
no, thank God she was shorter than me. Like, so yes, if it had been in my face, I'd have had to like do a very polite tap on the shoulder, like, you see the problem right here, right? Now, like, you see what's happening, right? This doesn't make sense. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's Wednesday, man, and it's February, short month, Black History Month. You know what I mean? I
That's
know we definitely got into that a little bit during our latest episode. Make sure y'all go check it out. Um, the clips have been coming out really cool this week. It's very interesting how many people have been interacting with not knowing about the different awareness days.
that was weird. I saw that the other day. It's like we didn't know neither, but it's like, but
Yeah,
I know as a family.
yeah.
Shit.
Hell yeah, man. Outside of that, just trying to give a little bit more time for people to join. And shout out to those who have joined. I see SKL and Shay Sweet Things on IG. Appreciate
Appreciate
y'all.
y'all, ladies. Thank God for y'all.
You know,
It's
you
like,
know,
mm,
definitely. Trying to think
what's up?
about. So it's interesting when you bring up certain topics amongst colleagues and the defensiveness that instantly comes in. Like, what are you talking about? I do that, right?
Mhm.
And I bring that up because I always feel if you want to really grow in life, you're constantly looking for, let's say, good feedback and respectful criticism.
Mhm.
And if there's ever a claim that something is not happening, the go-to just always seems to be the defense. Like, well, what do you mean? I do that. We
Mhm.
wouldn't be talking about this right now if there wasn't some sort of consensus that this isn't happening.
Facts.
Um, you do you encounter that?
With the kids a lot. 'Cause, it's weird. It's being we'll get this. We'll get back into this, when the third one zeroes around. But as far as mama's baby, papa's maybe. But the kids a lot because kids know everything, so it's hard talking to them if I feel like they already experienced this 7 lives ago. Just little
Mhm.
things like the dishes, like babe, we should go in this order. Like do all your cups, then your bowls. She's like, oh, I know, I do that all the time. I'm like, me seeing the utensils and the pots here, I'm telling you that you didn't do it. But they know all this already, so it's kind of like talking to a wall. But on the corporate side, it's not a lot of people got to deal with, so they kind of understand. If I'm saying it for a reason because they know Kenny don't like to waste his breath. So what I
Gotcha.
mean? I'm saying it might be a good point to it. But yeah, on your side, I know you got a lot of people on your staff and stuff, so you got to do a lot of different egos and thought processes and part-time geniuses, and what I'm saying. So,
He said
oh,
part-time
yeah,
geniuses.
I'm ready, brother.
Yeah, yeah, and it's I'm starting to get really comfortable with these tough conversations just for the simple fact that, it's just good practice. Because it's only gonna build your character and your experience for when you really have to have these. I was actually, and just shifting gears real quick, I actually attended a financial literacy course yesterday. And
Mhm.
they were talking about a lot of the things with like taxes, and I'm excited about next week because they're going to be talking about salary negotiation. And I don't, that doesn't really happen that much in my field, but it would
Mhm.
be good that when the time comes, I have some tips and tricks to go in there with. But yeah, man, yeah, I'm interested. I see
Bring the tape recorder,
Sylvia
man.
and Jeff join.
I'd say bring the tape recorder to that one, man. I might want to hear a couple
Oh, I'm gonna
things.
send you the link, bro. I'm gonna send you the link.
My man.
I'm gonna send you the link. All right, it's 8:15, man. I think we got a good enough round of people with us, man. Just gonna go through the IG list again. Shout out to Jeff, Sylvia, Shay Sweet Things, SKL. Appreciate y'all joining us. So yeah, man, we are FCP, man, and this is our Wednesday live. Always great to come here and just talk about some things, man. It was a very interesting weekend, and so far it's been a very interesting week. Super Bowl week at that. We'll get into that way later in the show. But first thing I want to start off with, brother, is and this is really going to be for my millennials. You remember the what is it, the term herb?
Herb. Like I think that was a rival in cornball back then. Herb,
Yeah.
Herb was in my repertoire as an adolescent. I said it often. That was up there before the kids saying SMD so flagrantly frequently now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Herb just kind of rolled off the tongue. You know what I'm saying? If something was needed, Herb was your go-to.
Yeah, yeah. So it was so funny because the other day, I'm talking to somebody, we're both professionals and we're having a professional conversation. But then they started talking about somebody else. And it was like, it's like they was trying to talk to me like I'm some type of herb or something. And I was like, yo, I haven't heard that term in decades, bro.
Oh, good, right? It's like they still using that. What's up? That's what's up. Oh man, things
Yeah,
take
no,
time to rebrand it, and we don't know about it no more.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna find a way to use that again. I have to make sure it's another millennial, otherwise it will not land the same.
Right.
But it was a good flashback moment, man. Let us know if y'all remember the term herb, how often you used to use it back then in the day, or if this is triggering for you because somebody called you it. Just forget everything I just said. Just gonna move on.
Oh man, yeah, Herb, man, Herb is up there. But like with today's generation, like I'm curious to know if the word herb has got repackaged as something new. You know what I mean? Like what are the kids using for the word corny or herb anymore? The fact that we got to say the kids is just like already
Yeah.
getting old. But it's
Mhm.
like, it's a decade or two between you and the teenagers now. You know what I mean? So they are the kids.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're doing, man. I do not know what they're doing.
Yeah, yeah, me neither. It's gonna be interesting to see how my son grows up. He's got a very weird way of dissing people. Like now all
Mhm.
of a sudden he's calling me booger back. I don't know what that means, but I feel like it's disrespectful. So I'm
Wow,
gonna look it up.
bring it back, BB. I
Like,
don't like that. It's like, I don't
yeah,
like
yeah. Like it's one thing to be called a booger. Like that's disgusting. Like, no,
that.
are we talking about like the real green one? Like when you're sick, like, and then the
Yeah,
back of a booger, like, yo, like I don't like it. Like now,
yeah,
now, see,
yeah.
I'm
Lend a
getting
writ,
kind of,
like,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
getting kind of riled up right now. I'm gonna let it go. But yeah, man, he called me. My son's his slogan for dissing people is booger back.
Oh man.
So I gotta research that. I don't know where it came from.
That's a cold one. I haven't even heard that phrase.
It's
I'm, I'm,
original. I respect
I'm
it.
about to say, I'm about to say, did he invent that or did he hear it from somewhere? Like, you know, these YouTube channels and the kids these days.
That's true.
Uh,
That's true.
Boogerback. I gotta look into that. That's cold. I'm definitely using that. I don't know how, but somebody I know is getting called that at some point, just off the rip. That's straight off the
Mhm.
godson. Like, yo, that's not even from me. That's from the youth, yo. You
Yep.
got to catch
Yep.
up.
That's not even in an urban dictionary yet, fam.
Back, man.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's a good one. Boogerback. That's rough. Because like you know the kids like you know back in the day, you know having game. I guess another word for having game back then was not pimping, but
He's like a
you know like,
Mac. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Mac. Players.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying like you was macking. But now the kids they done took that repackaged it and now it's Riz or Rizzing or to be Riz or one half thou shall Riz now. Like I don't know how they're using it. Like, you know what I'm saying, but like that one was kind of cool. It has like a couple Z's on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to keep up as fast as I could, man. But
Yeah.
like, they speeding on it, man. They are speeding on it.
Yeah, man. At some point, I was looking it up and I came to a fork in the road. I was like, I gotta actually do a little bit more digging. And it seems like it's just taken from the word charisma, which is actually pretty fucking cool. Like
Riz?
it's yeah, Riz.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the vision. I see the vision.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You
Kids
know what I'm saying?
want to be.
Yeah, you got these nieces and nephews, man. I'm trying to stay as young as I can be until they kick me out the group.
Yeah, yeah, man. Because it's gonna be a cold day. Oh, nah, we're gonna go over there. I'm like, well, no, all right. You gotta respect it. When
Yeah,
you become the old dude, you just gotta respect it.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, Herb, man. Yeah, Herb's right there with your mama back then. Good times, man. Good times. Good times.
Yeah.
But you've been under a rock, man. You're an Apple guy. Are you one to switch the phone every time the new ones come out, or when a new AirPod drop, you out there copping a new one just cause? Nah, you letting it
Nope.
ride,
Yep.
ride into a break, right?
That's it.
That's what I'll do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't I don't have a fruity phone. You know, I'm Team Samsung, Team Android, as you know. But come on, hating on the technology, man. This past week, a lot of these influence, man, have been on the Twitters and the YouTubes, but they've been promoting this Apple Vision Pro. Now listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. It looks stupid because you got the whole 3D, like a speed racer half a helmet thing going on, but the ads, bro. I don't know, man. If the price wasn't as high as it was, they talking 3,500, 3,750 if you want like a terabyte on your neck. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna hold since you remember the movie Minority Report with
Yes.
Tom Cruise when in the dead beginning he was like moving shit around with the, you know what I mean, he was finding people what it was and turning shit. I was like, ooh, I can't wait till real life gets there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like
Mhm.
I wasn't never shooting for the flying cars. I just knew traffic control you'll never be able to maintain in my lifetime. But this I felt was something in our reach, you know what I mean? But Apple Vision Pro is out. It looks dope as hell, but 3,600. I'm gonna have to split that with like 4 bodies. We're gonna have like a week schedule or something. Like, yo, Tuesdays is mine. I mean,
Yep.
Wednesday I'm busy, but I mean, I'm actually again on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? But have you
Yeah.
seen the ad? What's your thoughts on it?
I seen the ads, man. I think it's dope. It explains, I believe, that Meek Mill footage when we just saw him video recording and we saw no hand. So I think that was kind of the low key preview. I'm not sure if he got a bag off that. I think he could have leveraged that the way Snoop did with the smokeless.
Facts.
But I know Meek is doing very well with money as far as that's concerned. But yeah, I love the ads. I think there was somebody that saw somebody on the train with one, and they were doing some whole like who knows what they were working on, but they had that shit on. I mean, it changes the game. I to your point, I've been waiting to be doing what Tom Cruise was doing when he was just moving stuff around, or even just like Iron Man, right? It just I'm tired of typing. You know what I mean? I just want to be
Right.
able to
That's what it really comes
talk.
down to.
Yeah, I just want to be able to talk all the time. You know what I mean? I want to think something and then boom, you know what I'm saying? It comes up on the screen and I could just move. And it just makes sense because we are such a fast-paced people now. Not to say it's the best thing, but in order to just keep up with the changing of technology and the fast-paced work environments that we're in, um, of course, with the price point, I agree with you. That becomes a family that becomes a family gift, right? You treat it like the TV in the living room at this point. You get it Monday, we all put in on this, and we
Right.
good.
Hey, you got to be working to be using it at the house because you don't get a check this month. Like I don't know if you're allowed to use it without supervision. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be standing
Yeah,
on the bed playing with this. Like I don't want that thing dropping and crack. I don't know what the insurance is on this. I don't even like my
bro.
regular phone insurance. Like you know what I'm saying? I can
I
imagine.
don't,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I don't even want to know, man. So Tanya says, "Stop it." Jeff thinks it's a waste.
Oh shit.
Um,
I'm with
yo,
him.
man, I don't know. I don't think it's a waste, man. Just thinking about the potential of what it could do, for someone who is just very high paced and needs to get things done on the go.
Mhm.
I'm anxious to see like the visibility of when you're walking around with this thing.
Mm.
But yeah, Apple wins again, man. Their valuation is through the roof, so it makes sense.
Fact. The one ad that really stuck out to me, they showed a dude sitting on an airplane, but it was through his vision, through the Apple, Vision Pro, whatever. And he like, did the whole thing with his fingers. Then he like put a movie on and just made it like a big ass widescreen. So now he's just in the movie theater, in row 5, what I mean, seat B. I was just like, ooh, that's a whole nother. That's
Yeah.
nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's nice. I like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Like I just think what this is gonna do for tickets. You know what I mean? If if we really think about it, if they can design in between the seats lenses that can give you the game, or put certain cameras in the arena that can give you the game, you know what I mean? Now you've expanded. You can sell out an arena and still sell more tickets.
Man, listen, because I remember what company was tinkering with it, but they were selling like court-side seats to basketball games where you could kind of log in and you just be able to see the whole court from the half court. That was dope.
Mm.
But the Apple, man, they gonna choose, might let you choose your seat, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. It'll be crazy.
Samsung, yeah, because that would be dope. You could do like seat sharing, right? I sit courtside, but you pay me, a certain fee, and I wear the glasses and I transmit the game to you. Like, there's all kinds of ways that you could go with it. Yeah,
Can't wait. But yeah, if they, you know how the first round, you got to let the first people crack it, break a little bit. You know what I mean? Let them get overly stocked up. As soon as that price point drop a little bit, man, it might be in the streets a lot more than we need it to be, unfortunately.
yeah, man.
And
Listen,
one other, oh, what'd you say?
listen, that should make it into the strip club.
She, hey man, if I could, yeah, imagine you can strip club hop and you just boop boop boop. It's dead in here. I'm going uptown. Boop boop boop. It's like, this is stupid. I'm going back to Jersey. Boop boop boop. Yeah,
we go.
man,
I'm gonna take this to Miami real quick, man.
I'll be back. I'll be back. He's like, watch my drink.
Yeah.
Cat paw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, man. I can't wait till the apps start developing. But what do
Yeah.
get me scary though, like, kids in the street, they're not very cognizant. They're not very aware of their surroundings as we
Yeah.
once were when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? We always, always keeping this looking, looking back, making sure I don't like that crowd over there. But the kids these days, they're not as aware. Like, you can tell with they snatching the Beats headphones over at the train station. We ain't paying attention, but I can only assume the robbery rate is going to skyrocket if like kids are stupid enough to go on with a 3500 headset with no lock on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hoping
Listen,
it
you
works out
got
for them.
you got kids walking in high school with $3,000 Gucci bags and Dior bags. So I'm not surprised if these glasses just meet the same fate as those bags.
Facts.
I'm not
As it should.
surprised.
As it should. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit, but I don't know. Yeah, man, I probably drop and get one. Like, if you ain't doing that, I love to go half with you. Like, you get it in February, it's Black History Month, but I need it for March. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's super dope, man. Shouts to Apple, keep doing it. But just hope it's not on the kids' Christmas list though.
Oh shit. That's just
Yeah.
asking for disappointment at this point. Like, and you know what's gonna be very, very like disrespectful if you know you don't fucking deserve it. Like you had a terrible year in school. You don't even know how to do the little errands that you got around the house. Yet you want this damn near $4,000 thing around your head so you could be even more distracted. Hell no. Fuck out of it. Not
can't have it. Like, you can't concentrate with a little 2x6 phone.
Thank you.
We can't have you doing that. We can't have you doing that. You're not gonna die.
Yeah, Charlie said, fuck Easy Pass. I need an Apple Pass. Sylvia said it's on her wish list. Keith got real interactive.
All right, Keith. Keep keeping it funky on hump day.
Yo, man, Keith said having relations and live porn videos. That's interesting.
I already know somebody in the Tesla on auto mode with the shit on. They just mad productive. Yeah, I'm en route doing whatever I got to do while I'm on the way. Man, can't wait.
So now, I mean, all right. So we done went down this dark path, man. Let's make a home for it, right? You walk in the house, fellas, ladies. You walk in the house, and you find your partner with these glasses on, bucket naked, and
product.
What are you saying in that moment? Like, do you dare to put the glasses on to see what they're experiencing? And are you ready for what you're gonna see on the other end of those glasses?
Listen, if I ever get walked in on oiled up or Vision Pro'd up, minding my business.
With the candles? Gotta have the candles.
Oh, gotta set the mood. Gotta set the mood. I would just ask you to respect my privacy at this time. As you can see, I'm here. Like, I done committed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm here. It's just me, oil and tissue. I need you to leave me. I need you to just stay on the other side of that door. You know I'm not gonna be long. You know it's me, but I'm gonna just need you to stay on the other side of the door for a little bit. Give me some time. Give me some space. You know what I'm saying?
He said, hey man, just lock the door. That's all I'm saying, man. Lock the door. Let's be. Keith said, are we on a break?
Word. Hey, you was at work, so technically we broke up for a minute.
Hell yeah. Like, who told you to leave and come right back?
Word. I don't care about you. What you mean you left your keys? Like, that's like a personal problem. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Already. Don't let it be a paid subscription. Like, you might get kicked out.
That's right. That's right. Oh man, that was funny. Thank you, Keith, man. Keith always takes it there. Love it.
Nice.
All right, man. Let's do some Grammy talk, man.
Actually, did you catch a Grammys this weekend?
Only the funny clips and the spicy drama.
Yeah, like the good thing about the internet now is you don't really gotta watch shit in its entirety anymore. Like, if you just wait about 20 minutes after it happened, somebody gonna chop that up for you, throw it right in your feed, give you all the good parts. You ain't gotta wait for all the commercial breaks and all the fluff. I think I caught about 9 clips total. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I got the whole synopsis of the show. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really see much of Trevor Noah. I heard he was more of a flower giver more than a roaster, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to get killed on the Grammy stage, anymore. But he gave everybody their flowers, it sounded like. But yo, man, Killer Mike, he represented hip hop. He represented the South in a big way this weekend.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what is it? 3 Grammys he won. Definitely happy for him, man. I'll be honest, I don't really listen to a lot of Killer Mike, and it's not a judgment or reflection on his music. I've heard great things, but anytime, I'm biased. Anytime I see a Black brother doing good, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm cheering. But it seems like it was a quick fall from happiness and glory and thanking God to handcuffs. Tell us a little about that, brother.
Listen, man, if you're not getting arrested after you do a sweep on the Grammys, it's really hip hop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta bring it to the hood somehow, some way. The game, like you said, the game album of the year. Rap album of the year. The scientists and engineers drank caught a couple on its own. But listen, man, I heard allegedly walking into the space, you know what I mean, him and his crew, it was a bit of an overzealous security guard, you know what I mean, everybody ain't got their passes, you can't be here with him. So, yo, this is the team is here. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, long story short, call was made. After he got the third Grammy, cop showed up, yo, man, call was made, we got to bring you in. Yeah, we know who you are. We know what you did tonight. Not even a little while ago, like a little while ago. But we got to take you down to the station and get this sorted out. You know what I'm saying? I really wish it turned the other cheek and just waited till, you know, it was all over. But be hip hop without a little bit of drama. So shouts to him. You know what I mean? Somebody showed up for the bell if there was one. You know what I'm saying? But I think he was out tweeting in no time.
Good. Yeah, man. When I saw it, it was just like, did he like, slap somebody with a Grammy? Like, you know what I mean? Like when you see a brother just getting escorted out in cuffs after such an accomplishment, it's like, really? Like,
like nobody wants to say, no, not him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody.
Absolutely.
I can do it to him. But shouts to him. Like, it's funny. I only heard the album when it first came out, like maybe twice. I said, oh, this is dope. But so much music comes out at such a high rate, it's hard to really go back to something that you did like, just because you're just trying to hear the new. You know what I mean? But I want to go back one more time and hear one more again, just because it was that good.
Yeah. I'll definitely. Let me stop lying. I might not, but if you play it when I come by your house, then I'll listen to it, because that's probably the next time I'm going to listen to it.
Baby steps, man. Baby steps.
Yeah, for sure. But listen, man, we are Brooklyn-born men, and there is no way this show was going to happen without talking about what the GOAT had to say during the Grammys. We are talking about Mr. Sean Carter, Jay-Z himself. Pretty much took over social media with the truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. Kenny, I know you are a diehard Jay-Z fan, so I'm gonna let you go into this, man.
Over to God. Now listen, before we even get into this, listen, man. Kanye did it first. But before we get there, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you can't do it with a Henny bottle and a weird shaped haircut and walk away Amber Rose and think, and have Taylor next to you at the time, this new fresh young thing. But hey, Jay did it real fast, and he brought his daughter up, Blue, who her first sippy cup was a Grammy back then. You know what I'm saying? He showed the growth. But he said, hey man, a lot of y'all didn't belong into some of these categories, man. And he wasn't lying. He wasn't. I still with him on that. He stood 10 toes on that one. He had a little joke saying, hey, when I'm nervous, I tell the truth. And he just spoke truth. But if your wife was the best at what she does and didn't get the claim for it, are you in the wrong for telling everybody in this audience, yo, y'all wrong?
It's funny because Jay-Z was the same one that said he read in the book, The Truth Needs No Explanation. But it's very funny because it seems like over time you do feel like you have to put your voice out there because people are just not getting it, right? It's remember like Drake's very first famous freestyle was "Diss me and you'll never hear a reply for it." He has murdered so many careers in the last 5 years that it's ridiculous, right? So it just shows you over time, it's like, all right, I tried to give y'all the benefit of the doubt of knowing better. Now I feel like I need to tell you how to do better. And then I think right after that, it was almost like instantly, everybody thought maybe this is their last time coming to the Grammys, man, because this shit is just not making sense at all. So
keeps saying he keeps saying that he quoted the stats, which is fact. It's like, someone here has more Grammys than anyone ever, but never won an album a year. Weird, right? Everybody's looking around like that is kind of weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? To have so many accolades and not the accolade of being here. But I guess that would be similar to like I'm gonna test your NFL history here. Oh, I'll keep it basketball. I know you missed NBA. That's similar to CP3. Hey man, he's done it all. From a point guard, like, but he never got the chip. Hey, we're not saying he ain't great, but it'll be real nice for him to get a chip, just so everybody can. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sean didn't think he ever got MVP, but hey, whatever, man.
I see the vision. I mean, it applies everywhere. I mean, I'll take it to, my professional career.
Mhm.
It's you have people who clearly are, and I know a lot of you listening to me right now are going to be like, hell yeah. You have people who are clearly more talented, more experienced, more prepared for the next level and for that next promotion, and then somebody else gets it. And then you continue to question the people who are making these decisions and say, how, Sway? Like
Right.
how? Like I've met with all of you and you've told me you need to hit this mark, this mark, this mark. And every year I show you I hit this
Getting,
mark and then some.
getting the
What
shit out of
else do I need to do?
getting the shit out of them. But
Yeah.
it bugs me though. Like, say if you drop another album in Christmas, Grammy time come around again. Is the air weird now? You know what I'm saying? Like, and if she does get album of the year, the very next Grammy, not that it's not deserving. Of course, it's probably deserving, depending on who else drops on that over the course of a year. But will it feel tainted? Will it feel like forced now? Because Jay-Z said it. Now we kind of got to give it to her.
I don't think it'll feel forced. I think the Academy will be judged for taking this long. But I think that's always the problem with our people, right? We always wonder if this was really earned versus was this just a way of making us shut up and here we gave you this, now be happy. And I think we got to give each other a little grace with that. If we know somebody's earned something, even if we just did a whole rant about it and made a whole business case, if they finally get it, it's like, okay, maybe we need to start speaking up about more stuff, and maybe
Mhm.
that will start to move the needle a bit. But just to kind of go back, I mean, he did win the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award, which is very, very special for the Brooklyn boy. And I think also just him solidifying his feelings on the Grammys and drinking the Douce out of the Grammy. That was just typical Hove, man.
It's his first Black Grammy, so you know what I mean. Only right. It's only right. It's only right. I think he ended
Definitely.
this regardless of the council, the board, whoever chooses these votes. It's a passion that you have. Keep showing up until they call you a chairman. Keep showing up until they call you that genius, or until they give you the accolades you deserve. And as hip hop and maybe a lot of other genres that kind of get overlooked at this platform, you got to keep putting the work in. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Never give up, man. You never know. They watching, and I'll be honest, sometimes it really, really, really just takes fucking time. Unfortunately for us people who work that much harder and really got what it takes, for some reason it just takes that much time. But just be ready, keep showing up, like Kenny said. And I really think once you get it, man, now it's about holding on to it. What you got next?
And to pretty much piggyback your point, putting in the work, right? Victoria Monet. She's been in the backgrounds writing hits for everybody for years on end. You know what I'm saying? Love the craft, great at what she does, but she finally decided to step onto the forefront this past year. And listen, I know the song by heart. My kids know the song by heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember you said, I remember we had a conversation a while ago. He's like, yo, what's your song of the summer or something? He's like, hey, Victoria Monet shit.
Yeah.
Fun. You know I think that and Water was like rivaling. Like Water was Monday. You know what I mean? Victoria was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then back to Water. Like it was just battling for it. But you know what I mean? I think she referenced it in her speech where uh, she went to LA. It was not that it was dirty, but she felt like she was in the dirt for so long, and she was just becoming the plant that she is today. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
hey, like you said, now that she's there, she has to hold on to this platform. She has to keep it going. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to what she does because she's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got to pull each other up too, especially the people that are really grinding like us and support us. You want to keep things looking and sounding black. You got to pull each other up. That's the only way. Only way. If they have the work ethic too. I'm not saying give anybody anything, but if you see they're right there grinding, support that person, man. That's
That's
very
a fact.
important.
That's a fact. Another R&B song just in these streets, man. SZA, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. SOS played from January 1st, 2023 December 31st, 2023. It was really the album of the year because it got to last from January to December. I don't think it's a bad track on it, but what was your thoughts on her taking home the best I don't know if they consider it's called best R&B anymore. I think it's an urban contemporary, is what they call it now. But what was your thoughts when she got that?
Definitely deserving, man. I mean, SZA is dope. SZA is dope, and I think she really puts, everything about her life into the music. She makes music. She reminds me of what Keisha Cole used to be for the ladies.
Mm,
She just really just drives home those thoughts that, and this is just from speaking to the few women that listen to her album. She brings home those thoughts that they have a lot of times in life, and then the visuals to go with it. I mean, you can tell she's an artist, right? It's not
mhm.
just about her being half naked. It's about what she's trying to portray. So definitely deserving, man, and kudos to
Facts, facts. Love says, man. Good job. I can't lose. And I ain't gonna hit y'all with that. You know,
her. So Eb is firing off in the chat, and I'm loving it. She said, "There's no keep showing up. They were in there to get that award, and then they left after the speech." So I guess she's talking about Jay-Z and B at the Grammys, and then also this is why people leave jobs, no recognition. Yeah, and fruitful recognition, right? You know what I mean? I see all the reels and the pictures about the infamous pizza party when you're bringing in a lot of revenue at the job. That is not the fruitful recognition, right? We're talking about pay equity. We're talking about equal opportunity and promotions. We're talking about, actually getting input from your employees about how they would like to be recognized. These are all very simple things that any company can do, but a lot of
mhm.
them ignore it. So but kudos to those companies who have figured this out, those employers or those bosses who probably come out their own pocket to do this. You are the real MVPs. Don't give up. Keep showing up, like Jay said.
Please, please, we need you. We need you out
For sure, man. For sure. All right. So this is that part of the show that I really love, man. I am not a doctor. I am not a doctor, people. I just play one on FCP. And at
there.
this point in the show, we're gonna keep it Brooklyn, honestly, right? We're talking about the Department of Health quietly released an audit showing dismal health inequities in Brooklyn. So for all my Brooklynites, you have probably heard that there have been some talks about shutting down SUNY Downstate and routing all of their patient population over to Kings County. Now, from what I know about Kings County is more of a trauma hospital.
Mhm.
There's very few hospitals that really provide a lot of maternal care. I think the biggest hospital in Brooklyn that does that is Maimonides. But Kathy Hochul, she's been the theme of our show for a while now because of the new proposed bills that she has coming out around pretty much trying to restructure the limited access for care in Brooklyn. And through this audit, they are discovering that shutting down SUNY Downstate is not really the good thing to do because when you take away another option for patients, you now limit the possibilities of where they can get this care. So it's really really troubling, man. When you hear stuff like that, man, what are you thinking?
I just pray this wasn't my go-to hospital when one is in danger of closing. Because if I didn't have transportation to go to a further location, I definitely don't want to call the ambulance in order to get there if I have to. You know what I mean? So it really affects those in the media area within that 7 to 10 block radius, where if there was an issue, they can't just go to that hospital.
Yeah.
Pushing them out further, it's either going to unfortunately take money out their pockets, or they're gonna choose the alternate route and just be like, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. See how I feel tomorrow.
Hmm.
It feels better than yesterday. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's not curing it though. You know what I mean? You should definitely have a professional look at it. You know what I mean? Windex don't fix everything. You know what I mean? Shout out to that one movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just really bugs because it's gonna hurt that community more than anybody else.
Yeah. So for all of you don't know, SUNY Downstate is located in East Flatbush. Born and raised here. And the interesting part of this article, man, and Keith, I see you asking for the article. You know I got you. Um, the mandate for this audit actually was requested 2 years ago.
It's in the process.
2 years ago. And it took them this long. And then they quietly released it. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas was probably having a big old networking function. It was like, hey man, you might want to read that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like shit is bad out here.
Read fine print.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, but and that's why I like that we bring that to this platform, y'all. There's a lot of stuff happening around healthcare that we are not privy to because the information is not always out there. So hopefully you all find this stuff very helpful. But from this analysis, I mean, with SUNY Downstate, it is a state-owned academic medical center in East Flatbush that serves minority and low-income neighborhoods. Now, I don't know how much of you are familiar with, or any of you are familiar with redlining, but poor neighborhoods versus wealthy neighborhoods. Poorer neighborhoods, you already know what you're gonna get, right? You're gonna get the liquor stores, you're gonna get the fast food restaurants, low income going towards the low funding going towards the parks, towards the schools. Wealthy neighborhoods is the total opposite, right? In our neighborhoods, there's food insecurities. In those wealthy neighborhoods, they have those fresh food markets. Their access to care is almost unlimited. So this is a lot of the stuff that when these legislative people are making decisions, they don't actually know. And that's why it's so important when physicians, especially APPs, advanced physician providers, they go and they lobby in Albany for a lot of this stuff as far as reimbursement for them, as far as the care that people are supposed to get. And then we have people, elected officials, who actually go and actually fight for this stuff as well. So that's why it's so important that we vote. You know what I mean? I know you may have your qualms about voting, but if you put the right person in office, if you really pay attention to their ideals in their campaign, if they are a proven history on healthcare and making it more equitable, it should hopefully sway your vote. But just wanted to bring that to this forum, and especially for my Brooklyn people. I know SUNY offers a lot of quick, urgent care. People with asthma go in there. Sometimes it's a lot faster than going into Kings County.
Mhm. Even when I was a kid, we lived right across the street from a hospital, which is now has been renovated to a high income residential condo right across from Prospect
Mm,
Park. I don't know if you remember Caledonian Hospital right across the street, right on
yes.
right. And it was dope because I don't think my mother knows the story, but me and my older brother Saturday morning, WWF was a big thing. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
your older brother's like, "Oh, let me try this move out." It's like, I don't think this is a safe one. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what are you gonna do when you're the little brother? Long story
Yeah.
short, my foot hits the light up on the up on the tail end, blood everywhere, like not so
Mm.
bad. I still got the scar on my foot, but he ran me across the street to Caledonia and he had like 15 stitches on my foot. To this day, mommy's like, "Yo, what happened?" He's like, "Yo, the light just fell."
He said the light just fell.
My foot was just there. It was crazy. Like, it felt right on it, like perfectly. Like, what I'm saying? She's like, "Oh, okay." We just like, you know what I mean? But yeah, like if it wasn't there, like it would have been a longer bloody trail to Kings County from where we were.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, taking hospitals out neighborhoods, and unfortunately, it's not as if they're gonna put a bigger, better hospital across the street from it. They're gonna repurpose it for something that's more beneficial to the building owner or the landlord or whoever owns the property or the land at that moment. But
Yeah.
hey, if I ever get money, I'm gonna go buy me one of them little condos right across the street right in Caledonia. Prospect Park is dope. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever get my money up, I'm going back over there.
Very true, man. Very true. All right. So shifting gears a bit, man, over to Club Shay Shay. The next couple of minutes are gonna be centered around Ursher. You remember last time Cat Williams was on there. We talked a little bit about that. So Usher, his elite rollout continues. He was on Club Shay Shay and he made a lot of really cool quotes and comments on there. Did you happen to see it?
Once again, thank
Forget
God
it,
for the
man.
internet. Oh, come on, you ain't gonna let me get my movements right now. I was going to say, unfortunately, I did not see the show in its entirety, but
Oh.
thank God for the internet. They cut up all the good clips, I believe, and I did see a lot of the good kicks that Usher was saying. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, bro. You're ready to shoot me down, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a really, really good show. I think the first one the first point I want to bring up was when they were talking about the passing of the guard from older artists to newer artists, and he talked about also with his kids and them growing up in a more sheltered life versus how he grew up. And I think a lot of us probably go through this as parents. We are providing such a better life for our kids to not deal with the things that we dealt with, and then they become these little soft mofos in a way, and it's like, wait a minute, like, yeah, I wanted you to not struggle, but I need you to have some bones, you know what I'm saying, like some teeth on you, like what's
Yeah,
happening. So the line he said specifically is, I walked so we could ride, and now that we're riding, I want you to know what it's like to walk.
yeah.
That was
It's like
dope.
who wants? It's like, I guess dope. And from the parent, the older point of view, you totally understand the statement. From a kid who like went straight to like riding bike, it's like, why would I want to walk? Like, you know what I mean? What's the
Yeah.
purpose of doing that when this is a faster route? You know what I mean? Like, you ever tried to explain what the encyclopedia was to your kids when Google's a real thing? Like, you look crazy trying to talk about it. Like, people will come to your door like, hey, I got these 32 volumes here from A to Z. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You want to keep them in your house. It's everything you want to know, like right here in these books. My mom, they got my mom. She bought one. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think she was making monthly payments for like a year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, book reports, all that shit got done right in the encyclopedias. It's like, I
Mhm.
don't, you don't know what that is these days. But like, if you experience Google, you'll never want to go back to an encyclopedia. So it's
Very
as
true.
much as we understand it as parents, from the kid point of view who has it, who grew up with it, it's kind of useless going that route.
I hear you. I hear you. If the internet ever shuts down, that'll probably be the only reason why it would become that that
Yeah.
good. So the second thing he said, and I gotta give it to Shannon Sharp, man. His line of questioning is really spot on. He had asked Usher, like, of course, when he was first coming up, when he was first, in high school singing, um, did he know he would become this great? And Usher said, I didn't know what would happen, but I understood how to stick to it, and
Mhm.
things ended up happening. So you just see the theme of things, right? You have Jay-Z on the Grammys talking about keep going. You got
Mhm.
Usher talking about sticking to it, and things will happen. Do you
Mhm.
feel that there's something in your life right now that it's like, yo, I'm gonna stick to this because it's gonna happen?
Yeah, architecture. Like it's gonna fucking happen for me personally. You know what I mean? But
Mm,
like the famous Jay-Z line said, when you come to that fork in the road and neither choice seems great for you, go straight. Like you know what I'm saying? Stick to what you know. Stick to it may not you may not have you may not be able to walk on the path that's already created because you need your own
mhm.
lane to get. So when that fork in the road
Absolutely.
comes up, if neither of them options look good, oh man, keep your head down, stick to the course, and you will turn out positive. But you gotta show up every day though.
Yeah, yeah, and trust me, I can see some of y'all listening and looking right now, but it's hard, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not paying right. I'm doing everything in my power, and they're not recognizing me. Like Kenny just said, sometimes you got to go straight when there's a fork in the road. You got to create your own path, literally. And it's not easy, but it's worth it, because if you create your own path now, nobody can really regulate where you can take it. And now that's where you really have the power. But you just stick to it, man. And listen, I when he said that, I love that line. Charlie said, waking up every day and going to get it, it's not gonna come to you. You gotta go get it. Absolutely. Absolutely. A shout out to Nola. I see you join. Let's see who
No,
else joined over on IG.
he's in the building. Keeps still hanging with us.
Yes, yes, yes. We still got Jeff, Tanya, all the usuals, man. Love y'all, man, for real.
Oh, man.
All right, all right. So another line, man. I mean, Usher, brother's just so smooth, man, on this interview. And this is the part where Shannon Sharp was just kind of talking to him, asking him, how do you continue to stay relevant, and keep that creativity and handle the fame? And he used this line that he got from Ti. Said, "If you live for the applause, you will die by the booze.
It's heavy.
Mm.
It's heavy. Because as an entertainer, naturally, it's hard not to feed off that high of applause of people basking in your glory, just being happy to witness you at your greatest form. But if you show up for those same people and maybe your show today wasn't up to par and they're not happy with it, it's hard for you to just kind of brush that off when you showed up for the opposite. You know what I mean? But that's a tough line to eat. Pause. That's tough.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it makes me think about the social media age and the way you have certain states actually starting to look at regulating the time that kids can actually be on social media because of what that stage of euphoria from the likes, from the forwards, from the what I mean, the comments. When it's all good, it's all positive, it's intoxicating. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I remember there's an old reel of this guy talking about it. You know what I mean? He said it's a reason why they call them influencers. It's like influenza. You know what I mean? It's like a virus. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's it can really become contagious and intoxicating. So I agree with that. I think having that sense of humility, understanding that you do it because you love it, not because somebody else loves you for it.
Yeah.
Um, but I also understand those people who struggle with the two because there is something about that praise that makes you feel good. I guess finding a balance, man,
Yeah, man.
very
You gotta
important.
find everybody got one. You gotta find yours, man. You gotta
Yeah.
find yours to keep shit going. For sure.
Yeah, say sweet things. Yeah, we was watching it together. He said he was motivational and inspirational. Charlie said you got to find your purpose for what you're doing, whether it's yourself or your children. Yeah, especially the children, right? Because their minds are so fragile right now. So how you give them feedback and guide them, so important.
Big facts. Big facts.
Um, um, all right, so this is the part where it might shake people up a bit, and I think I'm missing a name. But Shannon Sharp asked him for his I believe it's his Mount Rushmore, and he said Stevie Wonder, Donny
Mm-hmm.
Hathaway, Michael Jackson, Marvin Gaye. And I want to say the other because he asked him for four, and he gave that he gave five. I think it was Diana Ross. If somebody in the chat remembers, please let me know. What do you
Okay.
think about those that Mount Rushmore?
I really thought he would have had JD on there for him personally, as far as someone helping him get to where he was today, or just kind of giving him the backbone to a career that kind of took off for him. But I get it. Outside of the producers or the songwriters of his current upbringing, this is who he listened to growing up. This is who his
Mhm.
mom probably played in the house. That got him used to what R&B music actually was. And I have no quarrels with any of these people. They're all like stupendous, great superstars. Like I mean, none of them had a weak album. Like what I'm saying, none of them ever got booed off stage. What I'm saying, these are really the greats at their prime. So uh, and it's Usher. So if he felt the need to mention them, it was for a reason. All superstars, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just gonna leave that one alone because who am I to tell one of the greatest R&B singers who his Mount Rushmore should be, right?
Facts.
So just continuing on with the elite rollout for Usher, man. So of course he does this interview coming off of Club Shay Shay's infamous interview with Cat Williams, and the one with 21 Savage was really good as well. He does this now. His album drops in 2 days, this Friday, February 9th. That song Ruin that's out right now is fucking amazing. I've listened to that shit like 30
Either way,
times already. And it's really, 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 really good time. And I love the fact that he has his daughter in there. And then Super Bowl is on Sunday, man. Once again, like it's just it's like it's seeming like Ursha year so
yeah.
far. Like, you know what I mean? Like this guy is just finding ways to stay relevant, stay in your face, and then just when you thought, all right, Super Bowl's over, I've had enough of Usher, he announced that tickets for his upcoming tour will be dropping the day after the Super Bowl, February 12th, man. Somebody deserves a fucking raise over there in Usher's camp. Like this is awesome.
His media department is awesome. Clicking. Hey, just for those, if you're local listening, Usher be in Brooklyn in September. But yeah, like he's cooking. The boy's cooking. Like, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know he's been doing this since the 90s.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shouts to him, man. Shouts to him. Like, I'm just curious to know who he gonna bring on a Super Bowl, because I think he has the polls to bring whoever he wanted if he made a phone call. You know what I'm saying? So I would like him to bring Chris Brown out for that battle.
Yo,
but whatever.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I know Chris Brown got some demons, you know what I'm saying, he can't get through. But we'll see. Nola said she going to a show. Oh, you must be one of those VIP members. It wasn't me. I gotta wait.
Yeah, man. He was a childhood crush. Yeah, yo, it just shows you how he transcends time, right? Asia Wilson, who we're gonna get into a little bit later, she was like calling him out for the last 2 years that they won the championship, telling him that he needs to come to parade. He needs to come to parade. You know what I'm saying? Like she's a part of that new generation of superstars that the young girls are really looking up to. You know what I mean? So that just shows you how impactful his music has been and how he's kept himself out there. So yes, Nola, enjoy yourself. I appreciate it.
Quick sidebar, like that's just so famous. Like, you know where you were when you heard Confessions for the first time, because everybody was we could like, is this a song? Is this real? Is it real? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was so many questions that we just didn't have real answers to. But like, it was the one he had like a good moment with that one.
Yep, Flatbush Junction. Never forget that shit. Riding in the black Mitsubishi, man.
I missed that one. That one, it gave the Audi some rivals, man. Like,
man,
Audi had some rivals in the streets.
Yeah, each car had an era. It was a good life.
I know what Usher Club Shay. It was all positivity this time around. Listen, I saw some glimpses a little while ago of Monique. She was on and she was spitting some hot fire. Listen, Club Shay, hey, big fan of Shannon Sharpe with everything he's doing. But I'm a little nervous because, bringing certain people up to tear down other people. I don't want to turn into the male Wendy Williams in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Where at least Wendy Williams, she did her own spewing, so to speak. Like, I don't want him to be the platform where people come to spew. You know what I mean? But hey, if he keeps balancing out with the Usher interviews and the Savage interviews in between the hate, I think he'll be all right. But you think he's going in a good route though, with having people?
No, I think it's exactly what you just said. I think he has to be careful of where he's taking this, because if you're going to turn this into the grievance pod, then bring them both up. Find really impactful Black artists that are having an issue, bring them both up and moderate the conversation in a way that they both can come away not feeling like somebody came for them. Like, because to your point now, he's going to get branded that way. And those are the pods that they are going to spew all over it. Like that Cat Williams one, we know why that did record numbers for him, because the amount of people that he tried to just discredit, disrespect. And that's the stuff that gets the most views. And listen, y'all, I know what y'all gonna tell me, the whole cliche saying that's what the people love, but it's bullshit. It's really bullshit, because the minute you become the butt of that, then all of a sudden you're gonna want people to care about your feelings and all that stuff. So I really hope he starts to get a handle on this and move it in a better direction.
And I think he will. I think his team will put him to the solid list, man. There's a lot of back-to-back negatives, man. Let's Oprah, and she ain't got nobody. She ain't got nothing bad to say about nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Oprah might have something to go at Taraji, man. Right now, Oprah, that color.
Imagine Peacemaker and she don't bring peace.
Yeah, color purple got a lot of scrutiny, man. I don't know how valid it is, but I know not too many people were happy about not only what the color purple portrayed, but the actual set. I have to still see the actual movie to really give my critics, but yeah, no, I get it, man. More drama, more views, more revenue.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Tanya said they're telling their truth. How is that tearing someone down? Um, so
I'm
more
gonna
on the
take.
Cat Williams side. More on the Cat Williams side. I definitely thought it was a lot of speculation. If it's truth, right? Then for me, there's other ways that that's gonna come out.
Mhm.
There's other ways that that's gonna come out. With what Monique said about what is it, Tiffany Haddish? Why
Yeah.
not say that on your own platform? If it's so truthful and if that's how you really felt, then you come on Club Shay Shay to say that, and then it's kind of like, so now we're going into, I don't know how old Tiffany Haddish's comment is, but
Mhm.
the direction it's going in is, to me, where's the positive in that? I don't see it.
Like, and listen, he's not a positive junkie. You know what I mean? He's not just
Mhm.
here for the good. He's there for the bad as well. I mean, the highs do come with the lows, but it's a lot of things I don't think he expects to come out the way it does until he's already in the thick of it. I don't think he brings these people up looking for negativity. He just asks them real honest, truthful questions that not only he wants to know, that a vast majority of the public may want to hear the answer to. But when interviewees kind of veer off to a true moment they had with a real person that we all also know, but it's not uplifting them, it's essentially tearing them down. And I don't think that person comes up with this intent all the time, except Cat Williams. I think he had that in the holster. I don't think other people kind of just, oh yeah, and another thing, you know what I mean? And these other responses to other celebrities, people we know, we go, oh, we didn't know that. Just this about Kevin Hart, and putting the middleman in between a situation kind of looked like Kevin was kind of avoid her, but she knew him personally. So she's like, "You gonna let this person divide us? What we have?" And she said, "We haven't spoken since." And I was like, 2 years ago. So it's a little kind of, we didn't. I don't think she came up looking to talk about that, but it came out during the question. But like Noah said, man, negativity does sell, unfortunately. So the views will keep going up, and it's gonna be hard for him to stop when he has the views to back him up.
Um,
Oh, Shay Shay.
yeah. All right, so we're
Oh,
gonna
well.
roll on over into some quick entertainment news and then some movies and TV show recommendations. So first off, RIP to Carl Weathers. If you don't know who he is the infamous Apollo Creed from the movie Rocky. He was actually a former NFL linebacker turned actor. That part actually I did not find out until he passed away.
I didn't know until then either. But that's
Yeah,
another example of he had a fork in the road, he went straight. Like, what I'm saying? Like, he's like, listen,
yeah.
NFL stuff is cool. No, I'm a big guy. I gotta get this Hollywood dream off. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
he excelled the shit out of that. I think he was in like 32 movies or something like that I saw. But
Yeah.
but yeah, man, shouts to him, RIP to him as well. Condolences for the family and everything. But he had a great life. Did you happen to see Rocky's tribute on IG he did for him?
Nah, I missed that.
Rocky had a cool tribute, just more so just saying, hey, my career started with your career in that sense, as far as Rocky, being the stepping stone for both of them. But he did it behind this really, really cool custom painting he had, like behind his bar, of him as Rocky and Carl Weathers as Apollo Creed, and it was very the way it was drawn. It was a very colorful painting. It kind of
Mhm.
represented both of them at the time in a cool action form. But he was hurt, man, and I felt bad for Rocky because it was like we all know, like they had not, I don't say relationship, but they had that combination of their powers of superstardom, just kind of
Yeah.
hitting each other every so often, and then went to go veer off. But he looked at him as like a brother, so to speak, because they really helped each other. They pulled each other's ropes up as far as Hollywood was concerned. So that was a really touching moment that he had. I felt bad for Rocky. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sylvester Stallone, that's his real name. Sorry, y'all. But I Man, he always gonna be Rocky to me. But yeah, Sylvester Stallone. It was real hot. It was real heartwarming.
All right. All right, so we're gonna head on over to the TV shows real quick and recommendations, man. The first one I'm gonna go with, this is an old one that I just got put on to Louder Milk. It's actually a TV series about this guy and this group of people who are actually recovering alcoholics. And he is definitely one of those people that has that real dry sarcasm because he just tells the truth. It's almost like another version of Curb Your Enthusiasm, but
Mm.
it's actually pretty hilarious. But the low key thing I loved about this show is the diversity. They have people on the spectrum, they have people with Down syndrome, they have everything that you can think of on this show. And they literally cover it in little ways that you almost like you see it and it's no problem. It's just the show just moves along very seamlessly. But if you've never watched that show, man, check it out. I think it's like 3 seasons on Netflix. So if you're looking for a new show out there, Louder Milk is your joint. It's funny as hell.
You said that was on Netflix, though, right?
Yep, Netflix.
Add it to the watch list. I got a show. I know you always saw me watching shit. I got a show. You know what I'm saying?
What you got?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith on Amazon. All right. I didn't see the whole thing, but the part I see like the first like 15 minutes, and I said, "Damn, this is mad good. I can't keep watching this. I think my wife's gonna like this too." So I had to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt bad. I ain't want to get too deep into it and be like, "Oh, I'm on episode 3. She'd have been looking at me funny." But hey, the first 15 minutes was dope. I was like, "Oh, this is action packed," and it got some weird reviews. And I'm like, I didn't think you could really redo Mr. and Mrs. Smith as far as the way Angelina Jolie did it with Brad. So I was just like, we'll see what happens. But yo, man, he brought it home. They brought it home. I forgot his damn name at the moment.
Donald Glover.
My man, Donald Glover. I definitely don't know the actress name offhand. But they bringing the heat. They was bringing the heat. So if you didn't see it yet, I would halfway suggest it. I didn't see the whole show, but I would halfway suggest it for you.
Yeah. No, yeah, we actually finished it yesterday. I'm mixed. I'm definitely mixed reviews on it. Yeah. See, you saw 15 minutes. That's why.
I gotta watch something he ain't watch, babe. She's like, all right.
Yeah, man. You got as you start to watch more episodes, well, after you all finish it, we'll talk about it. But I have mixed reviews about it. So yeah. Yeah,
man, look.
Listen,
I know you though. I can't. Now I feel way about the show. I don't think I'm gonna finish it now.
Because it may hit for you differently. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, without telling you too much, it became a little too much focused on let's say the communication part of a relationship. Without telling you much, you'll notice it. Like as you start to get through the meat of the series, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It starts to become a little bit more about communication and how we feel in relationships versus the actual Mr. and Mrs. Smith movie. It's different.
All right.
You might like it though. Some people might love it.
I went on you on the watch list. All right. I go back to the drawing board this week so I can find something new.
Yeah. All right, so we got one more question, y'all, before we veer off into the sports. Man, appreciate y'all hanging with us. And this is, I want to thank my boy Adrian for sending it to me. So the premise of this question is: you're at the airport, and you're there with your significant other. Now, you are the person who is trying to make this flight. You really need to make this flight. So the person in the reel, they are trying to get on this flight to go see their sister. They've got 15 minutes before this gate closes. The wife says she needs to go to Starbucks and she needs to go to a whole nother terminal that's pretty much on the other side of the airport to go get this Starbucks. And the husband literally is looking at the gate. Wife went to go get Starbucks. And the attendant's like, yo, we're about to close this shit. Gets on the plane, takes off, leaves the wife in the airport.
Mm. Mm.
What would you do the same thing that he did in that situation?
Can't, man. Can't. As much as it would pain me, I would just have to tell, unfortunately, we both missed this flight. Because if you landed, it's like you're gonna pay for it in mad ways. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait. You gotta pay for it in conversation. You're gonna be paying for it. There's a new ticket fee. You're gonna be paying for it coming back to the airport to pick her up. You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta explain why you got on and you ain't call me when you got on. It's like I told you had 12 minutes and it was the 13th minute and I had to go. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of underlying there. A lot of underlying things there, but I unfortunately would have to miss the flight, and she would just see my eyes burning through her forehead for the next like whatever it is, so the flight leaves again.
Now, there's more context to this, as to why he was right, but not to belabor it. I'm getting on the plane, man.
Yeah,
I'm getting because it's very, very telling that if I'm married to somebody and she gonna look me in the face and say, I don't care about the fact that this flight's leaving in 15 minutes. I'm going to another side of the airport to get Starbucks.
mm-hmm.
That honestly, at that point, I don't need to be around you for probably the next 24 hours. I need to get on this plane because everything I say to you after this is not going to be indicative of us keeping this relationship going. To me, that there's no accountability. There's zero fucks given. Starbucks.
Yeah, it's not important. It's not even important. I see, like, oh man, I left my cell phone at Starbucks. I gotta go run back and get it. All right, I get it.
Yeah.
You going for a latte, bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, nah, man. Yeah, that might be the end of Mr. and Mrs. Because I'm just like, nah. There's no way.
I'm a solo venture.
Pretty much. Keith said, "Why pay for 2 tickets?" Jeff said, "That's risky business." Yeah, but I found that shit to be ill. Like to have the boldness to be like, "Yeah, I know we gotta be on this plane, but I really need to go get this drink."
Even if the shoes were reversed and I felt like I had to go get this drink, it was we was going somewhere that she needed to go, and I probably want to go, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this drink. I might be late, might not, whatever. I would do something to take some sort of insurance with me to make sure you don't like. I'm taking your passport, like let me hold these down, like I'll bring it back when I come back, like you know what I'm saying? It's like something. I need some insurance that you're gonna be here when I get back, plane or not. You know what I mean? But I want to say, hey, watch on my bags. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave your bags here, dude. With you, so I gotta go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, nah. At that point, yep, I am getting on the plane. See you when I see you, girl. Like that's crazy. And I'm such a stickler for time. I can't see me on the other side. I really can't. Like I get to functions that I don't need to be early. So I can imagine when it comes to the airport, like, you know what I mean? Like it could really just be, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna be sitting here playing spades. All right, I'll be there. I'll be there 15 minutes early. Like, yeah. Let's see, Keith. We getting on a plane. Why are you drinking coffee? Take your ass to sleep. Probably gonna be blowing up the bathroom too at that.
Yeah, me and Coffee, we got about a 90 minutes window. It's not like before shit get crazy.
Oh god. All right.
In the sports world, man, FIFA, bro. New York.
Oh, I was just gonna give everybody a heads up. We're about to officially get into the sports corner, y'all. It's about to be maybe the next 10-15 minutes of the show. We understand, we totally understand, but just fair warning. Take it away, bro.
FIFA, man. For those that don't pay attention, FIFA is the soccer league, so to speak. But they are bringing the World Cup final in the year 2026 to MetLife Stadium right here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Sounds dope. at first, but then you start thinking about shit. When you first heard the news, was there anything that stuck out to you specifically?
Oh, we about to bake cupcakes for the whole stadium, baby. We about to be right outside with a big ass shade sweet thing. Sign.
I got them cakes. Yeah.
We about to have cupcakes in all the countries, flavors, and
flavors. We ship internationally.
Fondant on the cupcake, edible, all that shit, man.
We definitely ship internationally. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, dope. Like East Rutherford, New Jersey, where the Giants and Jets play. You know what I mean? Hey, American football for real football. I get it. That's gonna be super dope. But then I started thinking some more. I'm like, MetLife grass has taken some real ACLs in the fall season months. In the past couple of years. The last most notable one, I think, was Aaron Rodgers. It's like, I'm gonna be a little hesitant to invite the most expensive feet, ankles, calves, and knees on the planet to this stadium to run around and hopefully hope shit goes well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. They would have to overhaul the whole system there as far as the grass goes, because whatever they're running on now can't work.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. It makes me think of that movie. Was it New Year's Eve, where the ball stopped working, and they had to call in that expert. That's who they're gonna bring to do the grass, man. Like
one guy knows how to fix it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna call that. They're gonna call that person. That person's gonna come in there, and that grass and MetLife is gonna be pristine, like pristine.
But even when they do switch the grass, all the Jets and Giants fans are gonna be like, "Hey, yo, we've been crying and breaking ACLs, MCLs, decade. Yeah, you want to swatch what?" They're like, "Yeah, you ain't bring the FIFA bag. We got to
That's right.
You play what you play with. You know what I mean?"
Yeah.
But hopefully they get some grass for the NFL when they come around. But they got to wait 2 years.
That's right. That's right, man. But yeah, no, definitely the amount of money that's gonna bring into the city. Of course, New York City too, right? Some people like to stay in the city and then get transportation over to Meadowlands. MetLife. So I think is if you got anything business related, make sure you are set for this, because it's gonna be so much money in between the two cities that I want to say that entire week or so, right? Like that's events.
Absolutely. The traffic in New York and New Jersey it's bad as is without the events. Like you add this this intensity of a situation, it's gonna be terrible. Everybody gonna be an Uber driver that week. I might fill out for a job. Fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got time.
They actually are full right now. They're not taking any news. Well, no, that's Uber Eats. That's the Uber Eats. My bad. Yeah, they're not taking any new car submissions lately.
But they was gonna just keep hiring niggas. That's crazy.
So, and so this is, of course, so they actually raised the wages for Uber drivers recently. So it actually made them think about it, like, oh shit, we're raising the wages. We probably need to limit how many people we actually got out there, because that could spark, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna hurt your overhead. So
bottom line, that profit ain't what it used to be. I don't think I want to do this no more. I feel them. I get it. Quick switch over to NBA though. I got a question for you. You are the NBA guy here at the show. Who of these three names I'm about to give you is the biggest disappointment so far, leading into the All-Star break / trade deadline for tomorrow? Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, or Joel Embiid?
Ooh, biggest disappointment heading into the NBA trade deadline All-Star break. I want to say Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
I think Klay Thompson. The reason why I don't say Joel Embiid, you can't really control, injuries. He's always been injury prone, so I'm really not shocked about it. And he was going pretty damn hard. So pause. So, I mean, that's what'll happen. And then Dame was coming off of an injury. I think him and Giannis are still trying to figure each other out. And then you add the coaching trivia and just the nonsense between Adrian Griffin going out and Doc Rivers coming in. Really didn't expect Dame to flourish in that team. They're still figuring each other out. So Clay, I think, is the biggest disappointment because he's gone. Like like I really think they need to trade him. Like I don't think he can find his identity on that team anymore. Them two Achilles tears, they just I don't know. I think it's just mental now.
Between his injuries, and that top 75 snub about a year and a half ago now, he hasn't been the same. It really like him on the court looks like Charles Barkley in the first Space Jam after the Monstars stole his talent. Like he's just unable to put it together anymore. Like he's shooting air balls. Like it's just weird. Like you know what I mean? He's not close to the player he used to be. I think the community is ready to strip him of his Splash Brother title that they willingly gave to him because he earned it. You know what I'm saying? He was really it was just him and Steph back to back for the duration of the seasons. But he's just not that same guy anymore. And I don't even know if I was a separate team, I don't even know if I want to pick that up if you are no longer who we know you for.
I think his resume has earned him a spot on another team to give him another shot and see if maybe getting out of Golden State is what he needs. I think he's trying to be the Klay Thompson that, dropped that 60 something points and, you know what I mean, made all those 3-pointers. He needs to just be himself at this point and realize this is a different era of his career. And I don't see that happening with Golden State. I think he has to go somewhere else to get that.
Damn. All right. Perfect opinion, but I definitely siding with you with the Klay Thompson one. I got Joel Embiid on a close second. I think he kind of fell into the MVP trap as far as the amount of games you got to play. So I felt he might have pushed himself when he had a sore knee a little bit further than he needed to. I felt like he was kind of chasing that personal, individual goal versus the team goal as far as the long run, just being healthy when it's really time to in the playoffs. But like you said, man, it is what it is. He had the procedure. I think it's gonna be out like 3 to 4 weeks now. So we'll see.
And you know what's funny, right? Before they introduced load management, you respected a player that wanted to play as many games as possible. And we are literally now in an NBA where we're like, hey man, you better slow down, man. You might want to save yourself for the playoffs. It's like
that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, you should see more energy.
You usually didn't see players. Yeah, you usually didn't see players really like rest until it was like maybe 2 weeks before the playoffs. You know what I mean? And it was like, all right, yeah, we got our seeding, ain't nothing gonna change. We're good, right?
Yeah.
But if you look at Sixers right now, they're the 5th seed in the NBA. I get what he was trying to do. I don't think it was just MVP. I think it was a simple fact. They're not trying to run into the Celtics before the finals. Nobody wants to run into them before the finals. And the way things are shaping up right now, nobody wants to run into the Knicks before the finals. So Eastern Conference Finals. So I totally get where he was going with it. But to your point, man, when shit started hurting, man, he should have slowed the fuck down. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But one guy I am actually pretty happy for that I thought was going to get packed up and shipped out of there was D'Angelo Russell. I thought they were going to quit on him from last year when he didn't show up in the playoffs, but they gave him another go, and this was his year to prove to them he deserves to be a Laker, and it didn't start out that way. It didn't start out that way either for Austin Reeves. They both just really didn't come out and really support the way that I think the Lakers really thought they were. But all of a sudden, man, I want to say probably December going into January. Matter of fact, January, you just started seeing D'Angelo having like 18, 20, 3-3-pointers, 4-3-pointers coming alive in the fourth quarter when, you know what I'm saying, everybody was all over, LeBron and AD. And he's literally, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, played his way out of being traded out of the Lakers. I think the only thing that would make them trade him now is if another team has something that they really want and they're asking for D'Angelo. That might be the only reason they go, yeah, all right, take him.
Yeah, I think if somehow the Lakers get to the playoffs and he stinks it up again, I think he's getting shipped. But Yeah, but like you said, if there's a trade off out there that makes sense, they might just let him go, man. But yeah, I put him like I feel like the modern day. Like, am I that old? I feel like he's like a current day J.R. Smith in that way, where he's just very streaky but really good. You know what I'm saying? He just hard
Mm,
every night, but man, when he shows up, he shows out. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird in that way.
mm, all right, I can see the vision.
Mhm.
So just pivoting over to the WNBA, man. If you ever listen to our pod, big WNBA fan. And Skylar Diggins Smith, man, she was actually out of the league last year dealing with injuries. Very, very dope basketball player. She is going over to the Seattle Storm, where she'll be reunited with her college teammate at Notre Dame, Jewel Lloyd. Um, Jewel really had to carry the Seattle Storm last year. And I just remember this one game where, they were playing and they were actually pretty much still in the game. And her team just kind of like gave up on her, man. Like it was just sad to see.
Mm. Um, that's the worst. Like when the star of the team, like, yo, we still could do this, but everybody else is like, nah, man, look at the clock. Like, what? It's like, nah, it's like we need to be a team for this to work. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I can't do this by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, but it's weird. Unless you're Tom Brady, it's hard to get everybody up at the same time. Pause. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just imagine your way to the top. You got to get there. But
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, there's a lot of people still moving around in the WNBA, but another one to highlight is Natasha Cloud. Um, I think she started her career in the WNBA with the Washington Mystics, and she's actually heading over to Phoenix Mercury to join Brittany Griner and Diana Taurasi over there. So that's going to be an interesting season for them. Natasha Cloud, I mean, she's just phenomenal, man. From being on the court to her off the court activism, so
Facts.
she's bringing that grit over to the Phoenix Mercury. And just today, I saw the Aces re-sign Candace Parker, so that's
Hey.
big. Yeah, her season ended early with an ankle injury, so she's coming back for everything that she didn't get to do.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
It's
so
dope
I'm
to come
already
back. It's dope to come back off injury with a chip. You know, it's like now
yeah.
I didn't get to do it last year, but now we're really gonna do it this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's a dope battery in back.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be dope to see if they can go through the entire season today. I'm waiting to see when the first Liberty Vegas tickets come out because I gotta see Candace on the court this time around.
Facts.
Um and then just going over to Asia Wilson for everything this girl has done, you know what I'm saying? And two-time NBA champ, two-time MVP. She released her very first book on February 6th, yesterday. It's titled Dear Black Girls, How to Be True to You. She first announced this back in September 2023. And I think the dopest thing about this is, actually like watching her career going from South Carolina over into the NBA and just unapologetically being herself,
Mhm.
and to now put that to paper for other young girls to now read her journey. And she shared this last night on the Colbert show. She mentions how she's dyslexic and she never thought she would you know be in this moment where she's writing a book when she was young, and then just to see her face on the cover. I mean, it's definitely black girl magic at its finest.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, just watching um where women's sports is going right now, it's just amazing. Like, and it makes me really happy for them, but it also makes me um think about Kobe and everything that he was trying to get everybody to see back then about supporting and investing. And now we're really seeing all of this from now, even Sabrina being in the NBA All-Star 3-point shootout against Steph Curry. So shout out to Asia Wilson, man. She just knows how to win.
Yeah, honestly, on all levels, like she's doing her thing. She's doing her thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Brittany Griner, I think if you don't remember what happened with her, she was actually over in Russia when she got caught with hashish on her person, and there was that whole political
Yeah.
campaign around getting her back home. She's actually going to be releasing a book about that title Coming Home on May 7th. So the vulnerability, the boldness, the braveness to actually put this to paper now. Oh man, I kudos to her.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. If Brittany was really about her marketing, she turned this into a whole movie, a series, because she got some visuals that can match this really good as far as the whole coming home documentary kind of situation. It
Yeah.
really, I mean, that'll be super dope if she's able to package that up with the book. Hey, we
Yep.
shall see. We'll see.
Yeah, man. So now we're gonna pivot over to the NFL, man. We got some culture vulture news. You may have seen the articles about they just love to steal everything they can from us, man. They they really love to steal us. And if you've seen the clips we've been posting, black man is the most copied man in America.
Mhm.
They are talking about barbers all over the world are getting requests for the Travis Kelsey. And Travis Kelsey, if you've never seen him before, he has a fade, guys. It's a fade.
Paper at best.
You know what I mean? Um, how you feeling? Because you still go to the barbershop. How you feeling about this?
Just like people just rebrand shit whenever they feel like doing it. Like and it's wild. I think it was like the New York Times, if I'm not mistaken, came out with the article. It's just like, yeah, hasn't been this popular since like Jennifer Aniston had a haircut this way, some other way that everybody just acts for it in this specific style. It's like, dog, it's a fade. I know he's dating. I get it. I get it. He's there.
Mhm,
He's popular. You know, he's catching touchdowns every Sunday. I get it. You know, it's like Taylor Swift's his boo. I get it. She just got mad Grammys. I understand. This is not.
mhm.
He didn't invent this haircut. It's not even
Right.
spectacular. It's just a regular fade. I can see if it was like a cool color, but no, it's a natural hair color. Homie just got a fade. We gotta let this go. We gotta let this one be. And then to pull it on Black History Month. Oh man. You've been getting this fade
Mhm.
all season. You gonna wait until the first to say something? Yeah. But
Absolutely.
shoot him some bell, to ask him about it. During Super Bowl week. Say, hey, how do you feel about the Travis Kelce case? He's like, yo, that got mad nerve. It's just okay, one at the bottom, two in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Keep it cool up top. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not. I didn't invent this. It was something I asked for when I went to the barbershop. I asked for a fade. He gave me a fade. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy
Mhm.
y'all love it. You know what I'm saying? But I did not invent this. So, no, it's not me. Thank you, but no, no.
Yeah.
Effectively, no.
Yeah, and then the other article, of course, with the Swifties, um, and this was in the Sporting News by writer Jacob Kamenker. He wrote, "What is swag surfing? Everything you need to know about the viral Chiefs dance celebration as Taylor Swift and Donna Kelsey participate." So the first thing I want to say is, I know fast life youngsters are somewhere pissed off because
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
remember when this song dropped. I remember what this used to do to the clubs. And this was just utter disrespect. And I want to shout out Jamel Hill here because what she said was perfect. She said, "This is a perfect example of when you don't have people who know the culture working in areas that are reporting on the culture."
Yeah, they can't
Shout
do
out
it.
to Jamel.
Yeah, they can't do it if they don't know about it. It's just weird.
Yeah.
You just can't. If you weren't there, it's hard for you to report on it or talk about it in high detail. You don't get it. You just don't get it. But I wish them the best in their little cheer dance that they try to do. Like it's not even coordinated right. Like it's just off when they do it. Like
Mhm.
it don't even look right.
Yeah, man. So the next thing, I mean, hey, man, when your son is one of the greatest athletes in the world, you tend to party a little hard. You know what I'm saying? And listen, Patrick Mahomes Sr., I believe that's the name, right? Yeah, Patrick Mahomes Sr. got caught out there with a DUI situation in Texas leading up to the big game. Oh
Like,
Lord.
this is my question for you. Like, is it a big distraction for Pat Mahomes? You think this week? Like, is it? They did ask him about it. He's like, "Listen, that's good, man, but can we just focus on this game I got coming up?" And they didn't want to hear it. It's like, what about the arrest? You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is like, I get it. Y'all saw the newspapers, right? Awesome. He's home. He's good. We're working it out. You know what I mean? But I'm not here for that right now. It's a family issue, personal. Do you think it's going to affect his upcoming performance this week?
No. Patrick Mahomes is he's built for this, man. He knows how to block it out. You know what I mean? His brother's been in some sketchy situations too, and he's had to play through that. So I think he's gonna be fine. And Patrick Mahomes Sr., man, he's just, sometimes, man, you get caught riding dirty. That's just the way it is.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. If my son was in the Super Bowl, like, I think I would have a driver this week. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't need one 12 months a year. You know what I mean? But this week, I'm gonna be outside. I don't want to be responsible for driving this week. That's all. You got to make good decisions. Get that man a Lincoln. I mean, a Navigator, and just throw him in the backseat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, another NFL thing this week outside of the Super Bowl stuff. The Pro Bowl games. Did you catch any of it?
Negative.
Nobody does. We still don't care about it. Like, no matter if it's a real game, if you're going to take the same players that would have been in the game and have them do mad activities that you don't really care if they know how to do or not. But the only clip I did catch from the Pro Bowl weekend was an Eli Manning skit that he did, which is super hilarious. It was super funny for no reason. Like, because Eli and Peyton, they're extremely funny for no reason. I don't know how they do it, what they do to be funny, but they are just very funny in their demeanors. But he had a little rap with another gentleman whose real name I don't know, but I know the meme famously, Mr. Black Hoodie, light-skinned guy, where everybody gets very animated in like a full cipher kind of mode. But he's there rapping with him. But Eli rapped about Tom Brady on how, him being the GOAT, psych, I beat him twice. And everyone's like, oh, it's like, I was like, look at Eli on top for no reason. It's like, that's what's up. That's what's up. If anybody can do it, he's the only one that actually can do it. So, but shouts to Eli. He was the only highlight of that little Pro Bowl weekend thing that I saw.
Yeah, I saw that clip, man. That shit was funny as hell. But I see Tanya put, isn't it the sixth one? 6 DUIs, man. You should. I don't even think you allowed back on the street.
Nah, I can't be the sixth one. Nah. I think it's third and best. I'm gonna shoot it some better. I think it's the third.
This is number 6, man. It's time to get off the sauce, baby. Like, it's time.
Like, you really need a driver.
Yep. That's it. All right, brother. It's another great Wednesday to talk about a lot of good stuff, man. Looking forward to the Super Bowl, man. What are your predictions, bro? We can't get off here before we talk about that.
Listen, man, I was going for Lamar. He's no longer there, so now I'm going with the new GOAT. You know what I'm saying? New GOAT beat the guy I thought would be there, so I'm gonna ride with him now. See what happens. I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I'm riding with the Chiefs. Like I said, I'm happy, healthy. Patrick Mahomes, healthy. Travis Kelce, that's a dub, hands down.
But just because you said the Chiefs, I'll play devil's advocate and go, hey, you know what? Maybe that DUI on his dad is on his neck. Maybe he's thinking about it. Maybe Taylor Swift looking at him. Maybe it is a little bit too much pressure this week. You know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, he ain't got nothing to prove. He's gonna ball the fuck out. He said, I gotta help support his pass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wearing number 13. Heard that's your girl's number. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm 49.
All right, no problem. We will see you on Sunday, man. A lot of really good. I'm looking forward to the commercials. I'm looking forward to the get-togethers, man. It's always a good time, and just I'm thinking about, should I take the day off after? Every time I do, it's not as live as a gathering. It's when I don't take off that Monday, I'm waking up that Monday in horrible shape. Like,
You gotta choose your poison. You know what I'm saying? That's the same exact shit I go through. When I take it off, it's a
mhm.
bad game. But when I am working, the game's amazing. So
Yeah. So I think
the
I'm gonna
weirdest.
leave it off. I think I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I'm not gonna take the PTO, which means it's gonna be fucking awesome.
Mhm. And
Um,
what I was gonna do in my head, like, because I usually try to, be ahead of schedule. Like, hey, you know what? I won't be in this day. I say weeks in advance. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
It's a good game, bro. I'm calling out. Fourth quarter, like, yo, bro, I'm not making it. Hope y'all got this email in time because I'm not going to be there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll save it for the very last quarter. See how it goes.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. All right, man. Any closing thoughts before we get up out of here?
Listen, it's Wednesday, man. Enjoy your wings this weekend. Drive safe. If you're gonna be out there doing it, get a driver. And yeah. Oh, happy Valentine's kind of next week. For those celebrating, you know what I mean. If you celebrate Side Boo Day, we'll see you on that day. You know what I mean. But next week, Wednesday, we will let we will let Cupid have his night, but we will be back on the 15th for Thursday. So yeah, we'll see you then. But other than that, man, have a good weekend. What you got for the people?
Other than that, new episode is out, man. Make sure y'all go check it out. Living in Color. A lot of really good topics around Black History Month, and it is exhausting. It is very exhausting. Just being Black in America, being Black in the world. All of the awarenesses. It's not just supposed to be a month; it's supposed to be a year. But you got to recognize the month, and you got to know all the awarenesses, and you got to advocate for Black people. But then you also got to have intersectionality. It is a full-time job, so I respect everybody out there who is doing that job to the best of their ability. But we love everybody here at FCP, man, and we always appreciate you tuning in. If you are not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Follow us on all the socials, man. I'm Senor Lee, Ken Kapnick over there, man. See y'all.
As always, appreciate it.
All right, later.